There we go. Y'all come on in this thing, man. Come on in this thing. Hey, yo, you doing too much of it, apparently.
I see his name.
It's one of them days, man. Happy Wednesday, Wednesday.
It's Wine Wednesday, man.
Whatever you indulge, man. Whatever you indulge, y'all welcome in, man. Sharky came up with a good pregame topic in a way. He said that we got to call ourselves fanatics now because calling ourselves fans just don't sound the same. It sounds weird, and I somewhat agree.
Shout out to Kendrick.
Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Drake. You know?
Yeah, Drake too for making it.
Well, yeah, so at this point, how y'all feel about calling ourselves fanatics instead of fans?
Every time I hear the word fan, I think about
I do too. And then like when like something of that nature happens, I'm like, bro, it's on some fan-ish right now. What's going on?
So yeah.
I mean,
like I say in the context of a sports fan, I gotta say it.
Yeah.
In the chicken context now. I can't do it no more.
Oh man, appreciate y'all. Y'all come on in again, man. We got a crazy show. Great guests. We got a full house today. Of course, I am somewhat of a biased host. Ryan, what up, man? Definitely gonna be crazy in the comments. We're gonna have some sparks throwing. I'm gonna try my best to be objective, but then again, what the hell is that even nowadays?
You should.
Oh man, I got somebody got my back, man. He did an outstanding job. I'm a fan of his work, so he gonna hold the Panthers down, man. But if y'all ain't got nothing else, man, we gonna go right on into it. Why not hold you up on this Wednesday? Let's get in, let's get out, and let's show out, y'all.
Let's get it.
Welcome to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast, presented by Let's Be Real Media. Watch us live on YouTube and Twitter, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at LBR_media. Also, subscribe to us on any podcasting platform.
What's going on? BLJ here, the best hype man in the NBA. Man, I'm here with Let's Be Real. Tune in. Hello.
Let's be real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode 253 of the Let's Be Real podcast. I am your host, your unbiased host for today, Tev Shakir, man. Bring y'all another episode of our division preview. We wrapping on up. Today we got the NFC South, as you can see, with the hat on. But of course, fellas, how y'all doing today?
Good. I see my guy, Barbershop Sports Talk, saying ripping the brand. Yep, got the hat for him.
Yeah, it was
gonna be.
Good.
I'm gonna give him a shout out doing the flowers segment.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I'm good though. Y'all good on the Wine Wednesday?
I may partake in some wine just because it's Wine Wednesday.
You should.
Your boy a little bit banged up, but I'm still here. Hence the tagline for today's show. The guys already know what kind of went down. Just kind of mentioned it to them earlier. So, but hey, I'm still here. So let's rock it.
Let's rock it. Of course, man. If y'all on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you ain't already do it, I'm not gonna beg you, but I'm gonna ask nicely. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're on, you gotta ask nicely though. We got definitely
we 9 away, I believe. 9
away from 200. 9 away. 9 subscribers away from 200, man. So y'all rock with us. Go ahead and hit that button right now. Shout out to everybody on the Pod Network as well. With Rita Hardaway definitely record. Yes, soon we recorded a couple of days ago. He just jumped. Shut up, Rob. Goodness gracious. Now he didn't.
Leave it to him. Gotta be a Memphian.
Always a Memphian.
Gotta be a Memphian. How you take somebody after
Shout out to Ryan in the comments again. He's gonna keep it going.
He'll be on this week.
He'll be on next week. I can't wait. Everybody in the comments, we gonna fight his ass. No, I'm just playing. Not really. Make sure y'all rock with the G's report as well. Of course, Ryan Harris and with the Jump Pass Pod right there in the comments, man. Y'all should rock with him. Of course, we got Real Deal with Damian Adams. Speaking of which, we got him on today. We'll introduce him a little later in a sec. LBR Gaming with Trevor is simply Trevor with Xbox and PlayStation. And of course, that line Wi-Fi out now. And of course, special shout out to our sponsors at SeatGeek. Without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and bring it up again. We got a full house repping the NFC South. And without further ado, man, our first guest. I ain't the only Panthers fan on, man, but we got a real one on. My guy, somebody that I follow, he covers the Panthers on this podcast, Unnecessary Bluntness. Shout out to our guy Duncan, man. Duncan coming back again, repping the Panthers. What it do?
What up, though? What's good, fellas?
What up? Welcome back.
What up?
How you doing out here, brother? You good?
You good?
My sound.
You say you lost the sound.
Technical difficulties.
All good. Let us know when you get it back, Doc. Next up. Let me do this. You good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, good to go. Good. I was just asking how you doing, man. How you doing out here, man? It's a cold world out here.
I'm good, man, but I'm better now. I got my sound going. Thing tapped out on me.
It's all good, man.
It's good, man. I'm good.
One of the most hardest working men in the Carolinas, bro. Again, we appreciate you for joining us, man. I'm ready to talk some smack with you. Yes, everybody else, man. Speaking of everybody else, man, the next guest, of course, big homie from college, man. I ain't gonna put no years on it, but we know this guy. He's with the fellas. Repping the Atlanta Falcons. Fortunately, we got our guy Shard at the bottom. And Shard, how you doing, my brother? Make sure you get off the mute, man. See, he a rookie, man. See, that's the damn Falcons fans. He on mute, man. Damn Falcons fans.
I'm gonna accept that, but good to see you, bro, man.
You can't take too many more jabs from Tick, bro. You can go and swing back, brother. This is your space.
Hey, this team breakdown. I'm swinging back for sure. Believe that.
For sure.
All you can do is fight when you're at the bottom, pause. But we gonna keep swinging. We gonna keep swinging. Speaking of coming up next, man, we got our guy Damian Adams again, part of the pod, the newest member of the network. I got Damian Adams representing them Saints. What's going on, Damian?
Yes, sir. Who that said he gonna beat them Saints, sir?
Shit, everybody.
Hey, that's funny because I'm a Panthers fan. That's hilarious.
Hey, man, just have the money ready for the meal, bro. That's all I got to do, man. Get ready. Oh, man. And of course, rounding now, we got man. Shout out to our guy Payson for joining us. Payson.
What's going on, man?
What's good?
That's all it's about. I can't even get the camera.
I'll try to say something wrong with your camera. All right, let me chill. Nah, Payson, appreciate you joining us this year, man. Appreciate it.
Man, no problem. It's an honor, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into flowers, man. Of course, we like to start the pod with some positive energy. Of course, we can't go on without, of course, saying shout out to Shedeur Sanders, the newest member of Nike's. We went all crazy on Nike on Monday on 3 the Harder Way with them not going after younger stars, and here they come with signing Shedeur Sanders. So shout out to Shedeur getting that Nike check. Y'all know what time it is, man. And of course, Cooper Flag with New Balance, of course, got to salute to him. But it's about us right now. Shout out to Shedeur.
Yeah, I want to give my flowers to, like I said earlier, Barbershop Sports Talk. Got a head on. They celebrated their episode yesterday, and you joined them for it. So I want to give my guys there a shout out. 400 episodes. I mean, we just passed 250. Them folks at 400.
400. Bet. What we got?
I think that might be it.
Yeah, I got a shout out to shout out to Cheryl Swoops. Standing on business when it comes to Kate and Cart. I think it's hilarious. Been hitting on her for 5 straight months. And, hey, 4-time champ. She can talk whatever she wants to say. But You need some people in the middle who's going to go the opposite way. Everybody love Caitlyn. Sterl's not having none of it.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah. You stand over this for real.
I can appreciate it. Anybody else?
I'll give flowers to speaking of women's basketball to Angel Reese. She launching a podcast unapologetically Angel. She just got the Reese's Peace deal finally. She got the Reebok shoe deal, of course. So just big up to her, man. She killing it all parts of the game, you know what I'm saying? On the court, off the court, really maximizing, really putting to bed a lot of the stuff about these WNBA athletes not getting the bread. She taking it to her own hands. So shout out to her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They definitely should have had that deal on.
It's overdue, bro.
Way overdue. I'm gonna give my flowers to the Bucs, man. Winning 2 playoff games with post Tom Brady.
Post Tom I said, fuck that 2 minute drill. I'm gonna get it in now.
That's part of the 2 minutes. You know, just, I had to get on my chair, let the world hear. The world gotta hear it.
I feel you. I
feel it, man. I feel it. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into it. Duncan's on you. Of course, you I'm kind of like a time restriction, so we're going to go ahead and get your 2 minute drill as well as your preview, and we also going to go ahead and get your predictions on how you think the division's going to go. Sounds good?
Yeah, man.
Let's get it. Let's get it. 2 minute drill. Rep our Panthers nicely, per usual.
Look, so I was here last year. We did this. Feel like I'm going to tell the same rap. We got a new coach. New regime, you know what I'm saying?
Just play the clip from last year.
Exactly.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work this time. All right, it's gonna work this time. But nah, it's been a lot of transition this offseason, man. Again, new coach, new GM, same owner, unfortunately, for better or worse. But really trying to turn the page on what seemed like last year was on paper. It seemed like it was gonna be all right, but we found out that there's spending money on coaches doesn't really amount to success. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something to be said about continuity, chemistry, all that, and just being on the same page. All in all, we've really kind of hit the reset button. There's been a lot of turnover, even up to today and yesterday, just with the waiver wire. They picked up 6 new players and just flipped the roster even more. I think 27 so pretty much over half the active roster now wasn't on the team last year. So they really tried to turn the page. And a lot of stuff that they did this offseason was for Bryce, of course. You try to make the move to get the franchise quarterback. And so you got to do what you got to do in this league to try to make it work, whether you should have picked AR or CJ or whatever. It is what it is. It's a situation that they have, and they got to make it work. Bryce has looked okay. The joint practice that they had in training camp was solid. The preseason game, they stacked it on top. They look solid. So really trying to capitalize on that type of momentum. There were some faces that kind of left, Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, and other spots, but they extended Derek Brown as well. So they have their core piece on defense, with J.C. Horn as well. But just really trying to figure out who they are. This year is going to be finding out who they are, you know, trying to find an identity and take that step now. I don't know what success looks like because the bar is on the floor compared to last year, but I think that they're going to shock some people. And what a shock. I mean, some people think we're going to be the worst team in the league. I don't think that's the case this year. Now we're going to be a playoff team. I don't think that either. And somewhere in between wherever that is and with the rest of the division kind of in weird spots as well, we're going to find out a lot of information. And we're going to find it out soon because they got a division game in week 1. But all in all, in terms of my prediction, I'm definitely predicting a win for week 1. I gotta spit that out there. That's just all.
Yes, sir.
What I've seen in preseason from
You don't believe that yourself.
Yes, sir.
What I seen from them tackles from the Saints this preseason, I like us. I'm not gonna lie, I like us, even without Brian Burns. I like us. But just overall, I think anywhere between 6 and 11 to 8 and 9, I think would be good for them. I mean, you just gotta take a step. I think they were, like I said, this year trying to get their legs up underneath them, find out who and where they are. And then next year will be that step that I expect for them. Because obviously they're projected to have a little bit more cap space. They've kind of taken their medicine on flipping the roster, eating a lot of their money. Now, where they place in the division, I would probably put them 3rd. I don't see them being last in the division. I personally see the Bucs winning the division. Unfortunately, I think they're being slept on. There's a lot of Falcons hype, and I really can't buy into it right now. And I think it's one of them years just like last year. Nobody expected the Bucs to really be competitive, but they still have a lot of talent offensively. They have a lot of continuity on the coaching staff as well. And so I think it feels like it's not anything like crazy that I can tell you why or put my finger on it, but I just feel like what they've done, Jason Light in their front office, it's pretty much been fairly underrated over the last 5-6 years or so, what they do. And they're pretty much have the most stability out of any team in the division, in my opinion. So I probably would say the Bucs first, Falcons second, Panthers third, and Saints fourth. That's it.
Fireworks. No, golly. The Saints going next, right?
Yeah. No, the Falcons going next.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are next.
I'm up.
My question is, how do you feel about that offensive line? Because as we all know, Bryce Young took a lot of hits in his rookie season, and haven't really heard much to address that. So, what's going on with this O-line for Carolina?
Yeah, I didn't get too deep into it when my soliloquy, I guess, but I'm bullish. The only question mark I personally have is that left tackle. Now, I think that's everybody's question mark, but they spent a lot of money on the interior, and for good reason. You have a shorter quarterback. Interior pressure is bad for any quarterback, but when you are Bryce Young's size, you need to be able to be comfortable in the pocket up front, especially. You can dodge and step up in the pocket and slide when rushers come outside of you, but if they're in the interior, it's bad news. So I'm bullish. It sounds like they want to run the ball a lot. We added a lot of size up front. So it makes sense what we saw in the preseason. Their play action, moving the pocket a lot, just kind of doing a lot of stuff to take the pressure off the offensive line. So I expect them to be much improved. I mean, 62 sacks is a lot of sacks. So if they can get to middle, if they can get to just, if the Panthers in general can get to like league average in like a bunch of areas, it will go a long way. They were just so far away from average last year that like getting to respectable NFL caliber play will go a long way for them. So I expect the O-line to be pretty good.
Question for me. What's your confidence level in the offense, right? Like you talked about the number of sacks, you talked about the money spent on the offensive line. So to get to that six win or 8 win that you just talked about, what things do you need to see from Bryce, from the offensive line, even from the receivers to get to that level?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be world beaters for any position group, but I think we'll have a competitive enough defense that just being the complementary offense will go a long way. Like getting to 19 points a game, which was not a lot of points, but like we were hovering around 13, 14 last year. So it's like when somebody scored 2 touchdowns in the game last year, it felt like it was over by then. So like being able to get to, like I said, just a respectable NFL caliber offense is a big step. So like not making stupid mental mistakes. I think they were second in the league in mental errors in terms of pre-snap penalties last year. So just like that stuff that doesn't require talent. Like if you just discipline, that stuff helps you. And so I think just nipping that type of stuff in the bud will get them, like I said, getting to league average. And so that's really the goal. And I think with the defensive being solid, complementary football go a long way for them.
Who is Brian Burns' replacement? Because y'all felt pretty confident to trade him. So who? I'm sure y'all have something like a backup.
They got Jadeveon Clowney, but there's no long-term answer currently at all. Now, Jadeveon Clowney had a hell of a camp, and he had a solid year, a career year probably last year in Baltimore. But it's a little bit different when you're not playing with the lead. You're not playing with the team that has Lamar Jackson on the other side, or you don't have a bunch of solid defensive players around you. So a lot's going to be on his shoulders for a dude that's on the other side of 30, you know what I'm saying, that didn't play a lot of snaps last year. He's going to be counting on to play a lot of snaps. So I think his health is going to really make or break this defense, to be honest, because there's not a really lot of answers pass rush wise across from him.
Doc, I got 2 questions for you, bro. The first one is, so it's 2 Steelers fans on the pod up at the top, and they have somewhat of no confidence in Deontay Johnson. And I wanted to hear your thoughts on Deontay Johnson and what you expect him to be in our offense. That's question number 1.
Dante, occasional hands Johnson. Go right ahead.
Look, man. There's a lot to be said about like players leaving franchises and just how we feel. We have a franchise. We had ill will towards Christian McCaffrey, saying he wasn't worth the money, he's injury prone, and this, that, whatever. Meanwhile, he had no major surgery. All he's done is turn around, be offensive player of the year, gone to the Super Bowl, got another bag, and just continue to excel there. And like fans are still jaded about it. So I think it gets a little bit skewed about that. All that to be said. Deontay Johnson, we know the route running, that can't really be denied. People can contest the hands if they want to. But I think that, and we've seen him have career years with a guy like Big Ben, that's known for the scramble drill. And even Deontay said it recently that a lot of the stuff that he developed in the scramble drill was because of Ben, because we saw the little flash play between him and Bryce in the preseason game and how they've just been on another level in terms of that. So I think a lot of the big plays from Deontay is going to come from that scramble drill. Now, I know people have stuff to say about his, I guess, attitude and him in the locker room and stuff. That's to be said. Like, what's going to happen when things aren't going great, when he's not getting the football as much as they might have promised him? We're going to see about that. But in terms of just the ability, I feel confident in his ability in this type of offense and him meshing with Bryce in that aspect.
Nice. And question number 2, who are you most excited to see on our offense? In this offense?
I mean, low key is Deontay, but I mean, I guess not high key is Deontay. Low key is probably a guy like Jonathan Mingo. Now, I was a guy that thought Jonathan Mingo was overdrafted. He was the first receiver taken on day 2 of the draft last year, pick number 39. You got all kind of second-round wide receivers that killed it last year. Rasheed Rice, Josh Downs had a solid year. Of course, Tank Dell went crazy last year. Jaden Reed's a guy I like as well. So I was a little jaded about taking him over whoever, but he was stamped by Steve Smith. Steve Smith kind of took him under his wing this offseason because he got stamped, and you can really see the dividends paying off. Him and Bryce have had a lot of great chemistry. I went to most of the training camp practices this year, and I have been kind of dumbfounded of the progress that he's made. You can see the route running. He just looks a lot more confident out there. So that experience, I think, just being in the elite one more year, working with Steve Smith, of course, the future Hall of Famer, has really really awakened something in him. I think the pressure, too. They drafted a receiver in the first round. So that kind of, you know what I'm saying, it can make you feel some type of way. Pressure either going to make a pipe burst or it's going to make a diamond, you know. So I think he's kind of stepped up. And so I'm really anxious to see how he performs.
Nice. Cool. Anybody else? Nobody else want to talk no ish, man? Cool. Y'all must know we finna come up.
I came in humble with the
They must know.
I need Tab to stop the comedy, bro. I need Tab to stop the comedy.
Let's just have him on instead too.
That needs to be our next question. Shador Travis. That's what it needs to be.
Look, man.
Travis.
I ain't on the Shador train, man. I can't get with it. I can't get with anybody in that class next year, to be honest. I could be wrong. Stuff could change. There's a lot of football to be played, but I can't get with anybody in next year's draft.
Hey, give me both of them.
When you got, both. Yeah. I mean, when you got Jadeveon Clowney's your only pass rusher, and you got all kind of pass rushers in next year's class, I can't take a Carson Beck or Quinn Ewers or Shador and not lose sleep over it, you know, when you got all kind of guys that we need, like I said, to replace Brian Burns. So I'm looking at edge and corner next year.
And just to get my 2 cents real quick. Just to get my 2 cents real quick. I think before we got Bryce, we got the number 1 pick, but we wasn't the worst team in the league. I think we won like 7 games. And then we dropped down to 2 because Bryce had a lot of people telling him what to do, this, that. I think David Canella is coming in and helping Bryce and being that quarterback whisperer that he is going to take his game to the next level, to where that 7-win team will look more like that 7-win team than that 2-win team from last season. If that made any sense, y'all.
Nah, I've been telling folks that last year was an aberration. Like we Panthers bad all the time. We 6-7-win team consistently. Mm-hmm. We rarely in the basement like we were last year. Like, can we just get back to Panthers bad? Like the 7-win disappointment season. So like that's what I'm ready to get back
I think we get back there and then next year.
Yeah.
The year after that.
So y'all 2 years away from being 2 years away.
Nah, we 2 years away now. We 2 years away now.
Look, the team. Somebody pointed out something weird. Like the team is only 30 years old, and like the last decade anniversaries, whatever, of the team. This is the 30th season, I guess. The following year, we went to the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying. I'm just saying next year our year. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, forget what this year gonna be. Next year our year, if the trends keep up.
I love it, Doug. I love it.
Dog, you know it's bad when you talk about anniversaries. My man said, the anniversary coming up.
Don't let your wife do that.
Winning after that.
Ain't she married?
Hey, too. Wow, bro.
Look,
they rocking the patch. I'm very superstitious, man. So I'm trying to take a win.
Don't you supposed to love anniversaries?
Oh, funny, bro.
Dang.
Now when they come to my football team.
Oh man, Doug, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate your energy. Keep making us proud of Panther Nation, bro. We definitely gonna be in touch. If you got a role, man, cool. If you stick around, of course, cool, man. But of course, we appreciate you for sure.
Y'all boys take it easy, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah, take care of the fam, bro.
Take it easy, man.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. All right, coming up next, we got the. It's just me by myself now, so ain't no telling. Y'all come at me if y'all want to. Next, we got our Falcons fan, Shard. I call him Shrek, man. It's a little insider joke, man. I can't stop it. That's my guy, man. We used to dominate the reg, bro. We like some of the real reg.
Real tandem, for real.
People don't know. But it's cool, man.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
Hooping child.
Shocking,
Hooping child.
We had the whole Nate Robinson big baby thing going on. But no, that's my guy.
Looking ass.
But of course, once I found out he was a Falcons fan, I didn't want to hoop with him no more. But that's still my guy. So go ahead and give 2-minute drill starting out with your Falcons, man. It's on you.
Yeah, man. This offseason has been one of the biggest blessings, one of the happiest off seasons I've had in a very long time. For the last 3 to 4 years, we had to deal with the corpse of Matt Ryan. We had to deal with Marcus Mariota. And we had to deal with now a DoorDasher and Desmond Ridder. And it's been like running a marathon with no knees. You can do it, but it's going to be extremely hard. So for the last 3 years, with no knees, we've won 7 straight games. The first blessing was Arthur Smith getting fired. He should have been fired around week 5, but I understand money is money. This man had Jonnu Smith in the red zone throw a pass to Kyle Pruitt for the game. Kyle Pitts was healthy. Bijan Robinson was healthy. Drake London was healthy. Jonnu Smith tried to throw a touchdown pass to the 3rd-string tight end with the game on the line. He should have been out. We got Raheem Morris. I love Raheem. I feel great that he's getting a second chance. He was very young in Tampa Bay. I liked him a lot. I like that team with Josh Freeman. I'm a hater, but I'm not that much of a hater. Real recognize real. Like, he carried a very young team, very young dude. Got to respect him. Bringing Zach Robinson, OC, from LA, I do expect to have a very productive offense. One thing that we just have not been able to do, and everybody cursing my name as they draft Falcons players high in drafts, is, hey, why isn't Bijan consistent? Why did he get 5 touches this game, 15 the next? What's going on with Drake London? Is he drafted too high? Kyle Pitts, he hasn't done anything since Matt Ryan. I really feel like this offense is going to unlock all these Bugattis that are just waiting to be unlocked. Because throughout that turmoil, we've had a top 5 offensive line. I feel like if you run the ball and play defense, more than likely you're going to be successful. So the biggest acquisitions, of course, is something that we have literally never done in terms of getting defensive stars. A little bit older, but more productive than anything we've had probably since John Abraham and William Moore and Desmond True find them type of days. Justin Simmons, Judon. I feel like Simmons and Judon are going to be immaculate, man. I saw Jesse Bates pretty much single-handedly change our defense last year. When he was calling shots, telling A.J. Terrell, hey, I need you here, game-winning interceptions, adding another 4-time All-Pro. I just feel like that's a force multiplier for the defense. And the biggest thing I was worried about was the pass rush. Addressing that in Judon, we got some young guys, Apicati, Zach Harrison. Grady Jarrett is always going to be extra solid, in that 10 to 15 range, but, really makes impactful gains. I would say the biggest thing that happened last year is when he went down, outside of having a negative at quarterback. When Grady Jarrett broke his leg, the defense collapsed because we just had nobody to command the line. With Onyemata, Jarrett, feel like we're going to be okay. So I'm looking at the schedule now. I feel very quickly we're going to learn what this team's made of. Pittsburgh, week 1. Philly.
Now you can stop there. Y'all winning it. You can stop there. Y'all winning that game. You can stop right there.
That Pittsburgh game or the Philly game? Which one?
Pittsburgh game. The Pittsburgh game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Arthur Smith ain't going to come back.
That's the wrong answer.
Arthur Smith is not going to come back and have any type of success after all the anger and frustration that we have felt. This crowd is going to – I went to 3 Falcons games last year, and what I noticed visiting Sports Lives was when you see 40,000 people wishing the worst things on your own quarterback and your own coach. I thought I was alone. I just thought I was cursing at the TV by myself. I saw 40,000 people saying F. Arthur Smith. It was a chant. They didn't show you that. But I saw it 3 different times. He ain't coming in. He ain't having zero success in Atlanta. We playing nothing but future to get Russ off his game. We running the balls down their throat.
I said they were going to do that.
Hey.
I said they were going to do that. You petty bastards.
The playlist is going to be immaculate, bro. I'm talking about Dirty Straight. I'm talking Beast Mode. We letting the deep cuts, the B cuts.
The fact that it's also in Atlanta and they talked about future being crazy.
That's why I said give Russ that game. If he can't win that game, we go immediately to Justin Fields. It's just that simple.
But hey, Philly and Chiefs, I'm fully expecting a foot to ass. We ain't got it just quite yet. They're established. But I will say with our schedule, we end with 5 burgers. Minnesota, Vegas, New York, Giants, Commanders, and then the Panthers, who I do have penciled in as 2-0. Sorry, too, but I got to be real.
Okay,
okay. It's clearly a talent disparity when those 2 teams line up. It could be an act of God, but I don't see it. 5 burgers.
You bring God in this.
We have a lot of energy. Our schedule is really light for the most part. We're playing the Broncos, we're playing the Saints, we're playing the Panthers, we're playing I don't want to say the Cowboys are going to be light, but it should be a fight. And with Kirko Cousins, I do believe he can get back into that pseudo MVP type form he was showing last year before he got hurt. The man helped make Justin Jefferson. The man helped make Diggs. He had Addison looking really good. I think he's going to do the same thing with Pitts and London. So I'm going 12-5, man. If somehow that last game is in Carolina, if we want to mess it up and give y'all the number 3 pick instead of the 1, we may drop that. Rest for the playoffs, but I'm saying 12-5.
All right, so check this out. Because I rock with Kirko Cousins. The fellas know I do.
Yeah.
One, he's coming on an Achilles injury. So it's like you got that much respect. But 2, you said that he made Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs when I think it's the other way around, my brother. For 3, shout out to your whole 2-minute drill that took a little over than 2 minutes. But you said all that, and you didn't even mention y'all number 1 pick, who probably end up playing halfway through the season.
Ain't nothing to talk about. I'll come back to you next season, when he looks a little bit better, get a little more muscle, but this season ain't nothing to talk about, man. Kirk making it all the way through.
So Michael Penix ain't going to see no time.
Barring catastrophic injury, he shouldn't see no time.
Sheesh.
That's still a great pick in my opinion.
For me, that's my question. Like, the many times I've heard that question asked, I haven't heard like a solid answer as to why that pick was made at that particular time. So can you sell me on Michael Penix being taken at 8 and what that does for you?
Yeah, there was a lot of quarterbacks taken. I feel like if he wasn't going at 8, he's going to either Minnesota or he's going to Denver, depending on how they feel about his medical. But we was devastated by terrible quarterback play ever since the year after the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan's arm, he couldn't throw 10 yards. Y'all saw what happened in Indianapolis. Like, it was bad to watch as one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. Marcus Mariota couldn't throw 10 yards. Desmond Ridder couldn't throw 10 yards. After 5 years of watching Michael Penix, I feel like he can do whatever he wants on that field. How they structure Kirk's deal is really a 2-year deal. The last years are $10 million. You know, in the NFL, they'll take that hit. You saw what happened with Russell Wilson. But by the time that Penix is just ready to sit down, same thing that happened with Pat, Jordan Love. The examples are numerous. Let him sit. Let him learn the game. We don't have any question about his talent level. Just let him learn the game. Let him be patient. If Kirk does get hurt, we have an amazing insurance option compared to Taylor Heineke. But by the time he's ready to go, which theoretically could be year 3, that should be Bijan's prime. That should be Kyle Pitts' prime. That should be London's prime. Obviously, there's going to be some moves whether they decide to keep him or not, but the team should be fleshed out in a way that we now have so much cap space. When it's time to give this talented youngin, he's going to be 26, 27 by the time, but talented guy, the keys, there's no excuse. The team is built out. So I don't think we were one defensive player away. I know we were linked a lot to. We were linked to a couple edge rushers. Even with those guys, I don't think they would have beat out Ebiketie and some of our other guys. They would have been good rotational pieces, but we can't go through another couple years with a bad quarterback. Why not take a guy you fall in love with?
Hey, this is the perfect time to bring this back up. If this picture posts, and Kirk Cousins, this is who y'all quarterback is. The person.
Hey, man.
I know you
Let's
lying.
throw a little extra rub on that. He'll be all right, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know you lying.
Y'all remember me?
Hey, sorry, bro. You got to clock out, bro.
Hey, he in Atlanta now. They gonna help him out.
I got the shirt on for it, bro. Clock out.
Clock out.
You are the
That's
perfect
bullying,
shirt.
bro. Sorry, you got it. Shark gonna have to see me after that. That's tough, bro. You would have to see me after that, bro. He didn't have to bring that up.
Hey, good guy said good thing here in Atlanta, man. Them people gonna get him right. He's gonna have a little season and maybe a little
He should be better. I think
He'll be better once he get there.
Yeah, they got him down there. He should be better. But I'm gonna go with Ryan's question. You say you happy with Kirk Cousins. He asked, and I was thinking the same thing. Who is y'all number 2 wide receiver?
In theory, it's Pitts at tight end, but actually, I would probably say Darnell Mooney. I think Mooney's super underrated. I don't think Justin Fields is the best quarterback at reading multiple defenses and hitting his number 2 and number 3. I feel like Kirk has no issue doing that. We had Rondale Moore, who is lost for the year. I thought he would have had a really exciting season kind of being in Arizona. But right now, Darnell Mooney. And then after that, it's a little sketch, guys. And, I'm going to say a bunch of names. And y'all like, I've never heard of these guys. Kadero Hodge and Carlos Washington. And you get the point. But, yeah.
Is that a reason why y'all spend so much on defense? Because I will give y'all credit. On paper, y'all probably have a top 10 defense, coming at the
Did Hodge come from New York Giants?
Nah.
What'd you say?
Hodges.
Hodges, he was with the team last year. I'm not sure if he was there before. But, I mean, I feel like Justin Simmons, we got him incredibly cheap. He just came off the strength, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I sure never heard of the folks.
Those did sound like creative players.
Yeah, we probably can't afford them. Judon, another situation, got him for the cheap. Other than that, man, we got homegrown guys. So,
what would you rank your defense at the end of the season? Because y'all did spend a lot of money on defense trying to make it work. I guess it's because y'all receiving core lacking, but
I feel like it's going to be a top 10 defense. We got a new coordinator as well, Jimmy Lake, former head coach of Washington, really aggressive guy. I mean, at all three levels, we have a lot of experience. So I would say somewhere in that top 10, probably in that later 10, but yeah, 8 to 12.
Nice. All right. Anybody else, man? I don't have any fear in this division.
We playing Derek Carr twice. The Bucs, I'll give a little credit. Baker, I like Baker a lot, man. Baker got some spunk, but I just think the talent level now is going to be too much. And then Carolina, you know what I'm saying? With the second pick, they select Barrett Carter. You know, the wrong pick. It's going to be the wrong pick. So,
damn.
Yeah, man, feeling good.
Well, one last question for me too. I feel like right there with the Cowboys, the Falcons find ways to lose games that you don't realize is a way to lose a game.
And the
so
Chargers.
The Chargers.
All three.
To me, it's like it's Cowboys, Falcons, and Chargers find ways to lose games. You're like, how the hell did you lose that game? So my question is, do you believe with the addition of Kirk Cousins and Raheem Morris that's enough to change their narrative about the Falcons?
I look at Raheem Morris a lot like Dan Quinn, where they're great rah-rah guys. They may not be the best X and O's guys, but they're going to bring guys in who can supplement that. A lot of the issues were just I've seen every way to lose. When we're not supposed to run in a touchdown, Ty Gurley runs in a touchdown. When it's an onside kick, let's stare at the kick. When it's an interception that hits you in the hands, let it hit in the helmet instead. Jameis Winston just, going crazy, diving over goalposts. I've seen literally every way to lose a game. Hopefully those guys have that tape and they can watch it and just recognize, like, hey, let's just run the ball. How about that sometimes? But I feel good, man. I feel like Raheem Morris he knows that this is his second chance, and he may not get another chance if this goes down in terms of being a head coach. So I really feel like he's going to be on his P's and Q's. Kirk Cousins, man, you're 36. You done seen everything as well. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he knows when to call an audible and not go for the play action to give up the sack. But, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of vets. We're going to find out.
The man is 36 coming off an Achilles injury, and you don't see their rookie quarterback that they use as a top 10 pick getting any kind of clock.
Who's doing that? Hey, yo, stop. Nice. That is cyberbullying.
Sharky Hill. Optimistically, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Kirk play this season all the way through. He's never had like any catastrophic injuries before. And we got a great offensive line that's going to keep him up. I mean, we have close to dominant offensive line when it comes to running the ball. Pass protection, not as great, but I mean, they're sturdy enough where they're going to keep him up, right? He gets the ball out quick, and we got 2,000-yard backs, so I see him going all the way through.
Oh boy, because you got TJ Watt week 1. Good luck. You just talked about pass. You just talked about pass blocking. You weren't sold on that.
Yeah. We do got TJ. I do see him lining up. He getting 2 sacks on the Gary. Shout out to Prize Picks. I'm not sure if y'all, but I am getting the over on them on Watt sacks. But
no, I went 2.5. That's 2.5, big dog.
After that, man, we locking it up, man. We locking it up.
Cool, man. Any more questions? All right, Shar, good job, man. Of course, we got Dame with the Saints coming up, but before then, let's hear a word from our sponsor, SeatGeek.
SeatGeek is the ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. When you use our code LBR Media, you will get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek scores each ticket selection 0 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. Click the link in the description to download the app, and remember our code LBR Media for $20 off your first order. SeatGeek, your route to high-quality ticket selection.
All right. And, of course, man, 150 people in this thing. Shout out to y'all, whether you're on Twitter, YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all. If y'all on YouTube, help us get to that 200 subscribers, man. Go ahead, again. Hit that subscribe button. Of course, I ain't going to beg it, but I am going to ask you very, very nicely. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Y'all rock with us, man. Up next, representing them, I call them the Saints. I normally call you the Einstein, but I give you the other day, man. Representing the Saints, we got Dame Adams. What's going on, my brother?
Yo, be honest, man. I'm not really excited about my Saints this year. We have pretty much the same team we had last year, and we're disappointed. Derek Carr, who's just, if you're going to describe Derek Carr in one word, it's scary. He's just scary. I don't understand why he's so scared to take a risk and to get the ball down the field and to make these big throws. And it doesn't help that our offensive line hasn't been the best over the last couple of years. Honestly, the only team I feel confident about beating is week 1 when we play against the Panthers and I get that free lunch.
Hey, chill, bro.
But outside of that, I don't really feel too comfortable in this division. I like a couple of moves we made. We couldn't do too much because we spent our credit cards, a long time ago. We've been in salary cap hell for such a long time, and it's finally come back to bite us, so we couldn't really do much. But I'm just hoping this year that we get a surprise, right? We do have the easiest schedule in the NFL, so that could be a plus, where maybe we get some wins that we're not supposed to get because of it, or we get more than I expect because of it. We do have a good defense, but I don't know if our offense is good enough to complement the defense. So I'm just hoping that this year is a transition year where either they surprise me and I'm shocked and we do better than expected, or we do so bad that Dennis Allen's out, Derek Carr is out, offensive coordinator is out, and we just start all over and really get a chance to reset. I know that people like Steelers fans have complained about Mike Tomlin. When you have a good coach like that you have for a long time, appreciate that. Speaking as a Saints fan, we had Sean Payton, we had Drew Brees. You got to really appreciate that time because when it's over, you could find yourself a Dennis Allen and Derek Carr. So you definitely want to appreciate that time you have when you have a good coach, a good quarterback, and those combinations. So, everybody else had these, positive outlooks in their team. On me a bit downer, but I got to keep it real. This year about the Saints, man, I hope they surprise me. I'm not expecting too much. I would say my prediction for us, I'm going to go maybe 7-10. I think we'll be better than Carolina, but I don't see us being better than Tampa Bay or Atlanta. And as a Saints fan, it definitely hurts my soul to say anything good about Atlanta. Like, you understand how much it hurts me to give them any type of credit. But I have to. Looks like they got a good team this year. Tampa Bay is solid. I can't really say anything bad about Tampa Bay either. But Carolina, I don't know why Tav and the Carolina fans have any excitement. I don't understand it. he gonna be getting some real expensive lunches from me at Dave & Buster's this year. But outside of that, I'm really just hoping the same surprise me.
Dame, we've been rocking with each other for the last couple of years, and just out of respect, bro, I didn't order dessert on the first time that you came out there. So best believe I'm ordering dessert, and damn it, I may get something to go. Because you are on here being disrespectful. I ain't said nothing.
You better hope I'm gonna go, man.
I ain't said nothing wrong about that. I
look, Damian, for the record, I get what you were saying, mentioning the whole thing about us and Mike Tomlin, but when you ain't won a playoff game in 8 years,
and you get blown out by 30,
and losing by double digits every single time, that we have the right to have our reservations about Mike Tomlin. We love to have him, but he got to get over this playoff drought. That's
I definitely understand that for sure, but I don't know if that's all on him. Some of that's personnel. Old Ben Roethlisberger. Getting to the playoffs with Kenny Pickett and company. So some of that's on like not having the personnel. But I definitely understand what you're saying there.
Duck Hodges, I think that was his name.
Yeah.
we didn't get to the playoffs that year. We finished.
Y'all got close though. Y'all finished
not about the AFC North. Let's not bring that up. Not the AFC North. Question, Dave. For me, outside of the amount of money that's owed to him, why is Derek Carr still starting?
Derek Carr, let's say outside of the money, we got rid of Jameis. So, honestly, I wish we would have kept Jameis and just went with Jameis. I'd rather the interception here and there and taking risks downfield and having a more dynamic offense than having somebody who's scary like Derek Carr, who's scared to take those risks. But I wouldn't be surprised if week 10, week 11, if it's going bad and you see Rattler out there. We spent a pick on him just kind of like a flyer, and he's looked good in the preseason. So maybe he'll get a chance. But outside of the money and him being, Dennis Allen's guy, I don't see why he's starting outside of us getting rid of Jameis to make sure that he had that free runway to start.
Yeah, and you kind of answered. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, you actually you answered the question I was going to follow up with that, which was from what I saw, Spencer Rattler looked good in the preseason, right? And as somebody who saw Kenny Pickett last year, I don't take preseason.
Oh, it
I don't
doesn't mean
put too
anything
much
at all.
stock in
No.
it. It doesn't mean much at all. So, but
Yeah.
with that, understanding that Saints fans have seen Derek Carr for a very long time, and they probably want to see something else. When did you see what part of the season did you see Spencer Rattler starting?
As I said, it depends on how bad it goes. If we are, let's say by week 10, we are 3-7 or something like that, I could see them trying to turn the page and see what we have in Rattler, just to, see if there's something there. He does have his limitations with size as well. I know Tab knows about that, but, having a small quarterback.
That is true. Hey,
but, you got to see what you have there if it's going bad. But the thing that scares me is that we do have a super easy schedule. So we could mess around and be 5-5. And then we got to stick with Derek Carr. We got to see if we can make the playoffs, and that's the part that worries me, that we're going to be just good enough to where they keep Derek Carr in the whole season. So I would much rather just be bad. As long as we're better than the Panthers, I don't care. As long as we bad and we sit Derek Carr, I wouldn't mind.
You sound like how I was when we had Big Ben. I was like, bro, let's move on, bro. We've seen enough. Let's go.
Yeah.
You sound exactly like how we used to be. I feel you.
Yeah.
So my question goes, and me and Ryan be thinking alike, I swear. Why is Denzel still your coach? How long is he your coach?
I definitely think.
Shit.
Yeah, I definitely think this is his last chance. They have to have a decent season to make the playoffs for him to keep his job. At this point, they just probably didn't want to transition quickly, and they wanted to give him a second year with Derek Carr, and that's why he's still got the job. But outside of that, and he is a very good defensive mind. I don't want to take that away from him. A very good defensive coordinator. And maybe that's where his talents are, is defense, being a defensive coordinator. He's very good at that. And I don't know if there was any way to demote him and keep him on as defense coordinator. I would love to do that. But obviously, once you fire him as head coach, you have to go. Outside of just wanting to have the same type of unit around and have that type of chemistry you can build over years, outside of that, there's no reason to keep him, honestly.
Yeah, y'all sound a lot like the Titans last year. Mike Vrabel and Ryan Tannehill. And I think next up is Dennis Allen and Derek Carr.
Yeah.
We're on their way out. Ryan D also asked, and this is kind of wild to even see this. Alvin Kamara never had 1,000 yards in the season when he had 1,000.
Yeah, it is wild to think about that with him being so talented. I can see it this year for sure. He's going to get the ball a lot if he stays healthy. He did. They figured out why he was having some health issues in the past. So I can see him getting 1,000 yards this year, giving him the ball a lot. If you don't want to have the ball in Derek Carr's hands, or if Rattler does get a chance, him getting the ball a lot more, just as far as just running the ball. It also depends on the O-line. The O-line has to open up holes for him. And the O-line, I'm still not, super confident in the O-line. We had to draft a new tackle this year because the one we drafted 2 years ago didn't work out. So it's still something where I'm not super confident in the O-line, giving Kamara that chance. He definitely has the ability to do it. We all know that. But the O-line has to give him the opportunity to do it.
So don't draft Kamara in fantasy. I got you.
Got to check. That's why we do this. That's why we do this, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard it. Hopefully, you draft Kamara, you draft. Wait, did I draft Kamara in my draft?
I didn't realize he's never had 1,000 yards. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
But I
think when he first came in, he was splitting carries with Ingram.
Yeah.
And then he would get more of the pass catches. Yeah. And then the last few years, he had some injuries. So it's been where just things have gotten in the way, but he's always had the ability.
And I did indeed draft Kamara in my money league. So I'm hoping that everything you just said is null and void. And I'm hoping that he's going to get 1,000 yards.
Right now.
I got him at good value, though, so it's all good. My question to you, Dame, outside of Olave and Kamara, who's y'all top weapon? I guess who would be y'all X factor on offense?
Well, there's always Taysom Hill. He's always going to be somebody who you can use in many different ways. But look out for Rashid Shaheed this year. Speedy receiver who showed some flashes last year. This year, he's going to be the second option because there's no Michael Thomas. And he's somebody who, with the speed that he has, he can catch a quick screen and go all the way. He can do a drag route, go all the way. He has that type of dangerous speed, and I see him being used a lot more this year. Third receiver is this guy named A.T. Perry, who's very talented, big body receiver, who I can see getting a lot more time this year. And also Juwan Johnson, our tight end, is a good tight end. He's somebody who was a wide receiver who was transitioned to tight end. So he has the speed of more, a traditional wide receiver playing that tight end. And I think he could be someone who's used well as well. It all depends on Derek Carr getting the ball. But we have some good weapons. I do like the weapons on the outside. We don't have that dependable number one like Michael Thomas was, back 4 or 5 years ago. But Chris Olave, of course, is very talented. And I think Shaheed this year, you're going to see a lot from him.
Hey, Shaheed is a true boomer bust. I had him in fantasy last year. And he'll have like every 4 games or so. He'll give me some points if I.
Yeah. I think it's be more consistent this year.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. Anybody else? All right, Dame. Don't leave yet. I don't know if Shrek knew not to lose. He definitely did. But don't leave. We definitely got our projection. Payson, you still on, man? We here? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. 2 minutes drill up on the clock. Let's end this up nicely with the Bucs. What we got, bro?
Man, my Bucs. I'm excited this year. Baker, I believe in Baker. Baker, my guy right now. He made too many mistakes. I'm gonna be taking my car and driving down to Tampa. We're gonna have a little talk. But I had this all season was good all season. We got some guys. We showed up the offensive line, even though one guy got hurt. We just signed another guy today. We're gonna see how that works out. We signed some DB. We signed the corner from New York Jets, Bryce Hall. I think that's gonna be a good addition. And my favorite offseason addition this season, we brought Jordan Whitehead back. I've been wanting him back since they let him go 2 years ago. He finally came back, and I was happy as hell. That boy is a thumper. He gonna knock you out. That's what our defense need, a thumper from the secondary to come down and, man, clean up some work, man. The offense is good. We still got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I like Trey Palmer. He was a rookie last year. He made some good things. I like watching him. The tight end, Cade Otton, he okay. He's solid. He okay. The running back position, that's my major issue, though. We don't have no real true running back. I really wish they would go get Frank Gore Jr. They'll make me happy too. I feel like he's a good, more traditional style running back that can help our offense. We went young on defense. We got some young linebackers I think can do okay. We'll see. But as far as projection, I think worst case scenario we 8-9. Best case scenario we go 11-6.
Okay.
All right, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. As somebody who's watched Baker Mayfield's career, get ready to pull up on him.
Get ready
to pull up on him.
You gotta be very wary.
It's because he have one great season, which was last year. He threw for 4,044 yards. Shout out to the numbers there. And I don't expect that this year. Yeah. We got a secret weapon in Carolina. And I'll say every year, but mostly is good year, okay year, good year, okay year. So if you don't see your receivers having them numbers, man, this will be why. But again, what do you expect from Baker Mayfield? Like closer to the 4,000 number, or 3,000 yards? What you expect?
That was my question.
Because I always see it now. Y'all see it coach from last year. So we got a new guy coming in this year. I just got to see. I say at least 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns. I'm hoping to keep the interception, man, no more than 10. Any more than 10, that's what I'm going to start getting kind of a little antsy-pantsy.
All right, Payson. I got a question for you.
Antsy is a word for it.
This ain't for this season. So we got a fellow member up here. Damian posted a video, I think last week or early this week, about Mike Evans being the best Tampa Bay Buccaneer of all time. Do you agree?
I don't disagree with it, but I'm just the old school Bucs fan. Mike Allstott gonna always be my number one. Mike Allstott and probably my LeGarrette Blount right behind, even though he was there for just a couple years. I just like watching them boys play football. But Mike Evans, like, as far as numbers wise, yeah, I say numbers wise, and like he's got a Super Bowl with him, and he's been in his whole career. From the outside looking in, I would say yeah. But from like being a fan for over 20 years, I got to go with Allstott. He's still my favorite.
When I saw that, I was like, shoot, Mike Evans got some competition for that. I mean, y'all just started being good.
Defense.
Yeah.
John Lynch and Derek Brooks once out. That's
Yeah. No, so that's that old school football.
He
That
got
was a
some
long ass time ago.
Silver though. He got some competition for it.
Yeah.
I guess.
But far as the numbers go, can nobody really beat him out because he got Hall of Fame numbers like against the league.
First
so
ballot.
franchise wise,
First ballot.
Consistency is key.
He don't get enough respect, man. He do not get enough respect.
Yeah.
He always like number 15 on somebody's list. I'm like, bro.
Consistency is key. That's definitely what I'm about, man. What else we got for the Bucs? Because I don't expect too much. Like I expect a downfall from Baker, so I ain't gonna hammer the eye.
I understand that, yeah.
It's just based on what I see and what based on life.
Ryan asked that big of an offense to OC.
A big one.
OC.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find
out.
But he was with
Baker up, no care.
Yeah, that was together in LA. So that feel like it might be the same with a little bit of difference, but it shouldn't be that much of a drop off though. It shouldn't be. I can't speak for the future, but I don't expect it to be. I hope not.
All right.
I wish not.
Y'all got
I wish not.
Hey, how do you feel about the running game going into this year?
Not what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to depend on it. Like, I want him to screen game. I want him to come across, chip the rusher, and then go out for a delay route. I don't want him just straight running between the tackles. I mean, he can though, but I don't want him to get like no 30 carries a game. Keep him between like 15 to 20 carries, probably like 5 to 10 receptions, and that'd be enough.
That's kind of what makes Baker actually pretty decent, is having a pretty strong run game.
I know. That's why I wanted to go get Frank Gore Jr., man. Or at least I really wanted Dalvin Cook, but he got signed yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
He'll be starting on the Cowboys real soon.
Yeah,
Really soon.
I was like, bro, literally running back one right out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Well, got no faith in Zeke.
Short yardage back. That's what
Hey, Zeke getting a lot of touchdowns this year. I don't know what that yard. He getting a lot of touchdowns this year.
I get him a fantasy. That 1 yard line, he get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I might gonna have 400 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Right, perfect for fantasy.
That's perfect.
Right, that's what I said.
He'll get the phase. All right, man. Payson, go ahead and start us off, man. Unless we got any more questions.
We can go ahead and get to it.
All right. Here we go. Let me see. Zeke, the new Brandon Jacobs.
I don't do that to Brandon.
Jacobs was nice.
Eddie Lacy.
At least Zeke won't be doing the line, so we'll say that.
He might need
Eddie
to.
Lacy is here.
You say you won't be doing a line? This is a PG-13 podcast, my guy. What is
You brought up Brandon Jacobs, so hey.
I didn't bring him up. Ryan brought him up.
You know Ryan that PG. You know Ryan.
That's right.
Ryan put the comment. Would you acknowledge the comment, my brother?
I did. All right, so Payson started us off, then Dame, Lito, Trev, all around to cap and then me. Give us your prediction for the NFC South. We're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here.
Oh, you want to like rank them?
Yeah, rank them. Yeah,
pretty much.
You want to rank it?
Yeah.
Bucs, Falcons, Saints, Panthers.
My man.
All right. Noted.
You got us in third.
All right, write this in my Palm Pilot. All right. Go ahead, Dave. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Falcons, Bucs, Saints, Panthers.
Wow, Falcons. Okay.
I think on paper the Falcons probably has the better roster of the division. On paper, they should win this division if we being a buck about it, they should win it comfortably. But because it's the Falcons, and I just don't believe that they have the capability to reverse logic and say we will find ways to win games that we normally lose. I don't trust it.
I trust Kirk Cousins to win the division. Now, once you get into the playoffs, that's where I feel like they're gonna have the crazy loss where they up by 20 points. Something crazy gonna happen. But I trust them to win the division.
That's a good point. And because you said that, that's actually a good point. I'm gonna switch mine. I'm gonna go with the Falcons to win the division.
Yeah.
The Bucs to go second. I don't know what the hell the Saints doing. They've been in cap hell since 2010, and then the Panthers.
Yeah.
I hope for the sake of Bryce Young, because I'm a fan of him, that the offensive line has gotten better. He's gotten better weapons. Right. I'll go with the Panthers in 4th.
Sheesh, Ryan. Sheesh.
Ryan, you a smart guy. Ryan, you a smart man. You a smart man, Ryan. Smart man.
We need explanation.
We're a smart man. Now, I have my explanation. Go ahead, Trevor. I got my card.
Hey, I gotta say too, this feels so weird.
That's a typo, ain't it?
Come on. Nah, he right.
It feels so weird to get love for my team without Tom Brady, man.
This is tough, man.
Ain't gonna last long.
To everybody's point,
hey.
Everybody's point. The Falcons definitely has probably the best looking roster on paper. So shoot.
I hate when you say that, Lito.
Go.
I'm gonna wear shirt every day.
Wine
good.
It's Wine Wednesday. That Johnny caught up with him. That's what.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
No, you good. So I'm just not convinced to put the Falcons at 1. I mean, yes, they have Kirk Cousins. You can trust Kirk Cousins to win a division, but the playoffs are a different story. But I just think with him coming off that Achilles injury, I don't think he's really going to hold up as well as a lot of people are assuming. So I still got the Buccaneers taking this division by default. I got the Falcons second, probably not too behind. It'll probably be maybe about 2 games between those two. I have the Saints at 3. They're still formidable, but they've gotten a tad bit older. And of course, to everybody's point, they're in cap hell right now. And then at last, you'll win more games than last season, but it still won't be by a whole lot. So I got the Panthers finishing in last and possibly looking to draft Travis.
2 cup.
Bruh, I still have no idea who I got winning this division. I
real talk before you go, Sharky, I hate to call it this, but this is the empty calories division.
Yeah, somebody got to win.
Somebody got to win. They're going to catch. This is what happens with them. They win the division. They get a home game. They either going to catch the Cowboys or the Eagles lacking. And then they're going to win a playoff game. That's exactly what happens with the NFC South every single time.
No, that's very possible.
Well, except the year when the Cowboys smacked the Tom
Brady. When the Cowboys beat Brady. That's like the only outlier.
Okay. So the Falcons, you got a 36-year-old Kirk Cousins come off of torn Achilles. And I don't know who their wide receiver is after number 2. But they have good defense, and I like Raheem Morris. So I'm going to go with them over the Bucs because having a new offense coordinator, and you already know Baker, I don't know. I just don't trust them to, like y'all said, I don't trust them to have another good year like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Falcons by default. They ain't winning no 12 games. It's going to be more like a 89-98 division win. With the Bucs right behind, maybe losing the tiebreaker or 8-9 or something. Saints, I think Dennis Allen is fired before the season is out. I think he was on. I thought he was on the hot seat even going to the offseason. And I remember Damian wanted him fired this offseason, if I remember correctly. I don't think he finishes the season. I think Derek Carr ain't gonna finish the season starting either. Y'all gonna put Spencer Rattler in there, and because of that, and Tuke been preaching that they're not gonna finish last. The Panthers gonna find a way to sneak into 3rd place because the Saints gonna end up tanking at the end of the season and fall to 4th. And y'all can get y'all quarterback next year's draft.
I like that, Sharky. I like the faith that you had us stirred. I appreciate you. I love you, man. I love you. I'm happy Shrek's not here for me to claim the Falcons to win the division. But I do have the Falcons winning the division somehow, some way, whether that's with Kirk Cousins or with Michael Penix. I think their defense is still hold them in a lot of close games. And they do got a lot of good weapons. So unfortunately, I do have the Falcons winning this division. However, I think this division will be it'll be 9-8, 89-89, 7-8, or whatever. And with that being said, I think the division will be a lot closer. And I told y'all that my Panthers will look a lot closer to that 7 and whatever team rather than that 2-13 team or 2-15 team that we saw last year. I got my Panthers going second, bro. I told y'all we're not finishing last by far. I love the additions that we made, on and out the field with this team. I think the word that's being used right now in the organization is alignment. And I think that, again, you got everybody that's in Bryce Head not there no more. And you got Dave Canales we know we suck. We know we suck. And I think with their energy, we're going to carry that into a better than expected season. So everybody, if you see that 4.5 win on FanDuel or whatever they got by Panthers at, go ahead and take the over. I promise you're going to win some money on that. Third, I do have the Saints. I do got the Saints for sure. I think, again, with everything Sharka just said, I couldn't agree more. And again, I got the Bucs simply because I know Baker Mayfield. And again, his last season was, I ain't gonna call it a fluke. It's just what he does. Great season, good season. Next season, he'll do better. That's what the numbers say. That's what, as a fan, I've been watching him and him do. So, again, that's my rankings. I do have y'all as last. It's gonna be on Baker, bro. I'm telling you, it's a Baker thing. I support Baker Mayfield and what he's done in his career. Even in college, I've supported him. But just from what I've seen, like he was in Carolina for a year, and he didn't have that much talent around him, but he could have done something with him, and he ended up losing his job to Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it, but he was able to turn. He was able to turn a new leaf in Tampa Bay.
You coming from the hurt perspective?
I'm coming from the hurt perspective, and again, he went to Tampa Bay, and now the reason that he had a good season is he's with us now. So, and I'm rocking with it. So, I got the Bucs. Unfortunately, last. Of course, I can be wrong, but it's a good time to be a Panthers fan now because hell, at the end of the season, we'll have 2 wins probably again. So, it's this one. Everybody's 0-0. We all got hype. We all love our teams, and we gonna rep our teams to the fullest. I'm getting sick of the disrespect from Dame. So Dame, just know I'm ordering dessert this time. So I'm letting you know.
You ordering dessert?
I'm letting you know.
Hey, I say
one
this,
to go.
Hey man, next Sunday, man, I'm gonna be nice and full. I'm gonna be nice and full next Sunday.
I say this, man. Baker Mayfield better not mess up Mike Evans' streak.
Baker,
man,
1,000 yards. Yeah, he better not mess it up this year. He better at least
I ain't gonna say that.
If he's gonna do one thing, he's gonna get that ball to Evans.
We supposed to have 2,000-yard receivers.
Yeah, Chris Godwin.
I need both of them to have 1,000-yard Godwin and Evans.
He gonna force it to Mike Evans. Mike, you ain't gotta worry about that.
Yeah, he's gonna get that ball to Evans.
He'll get the Mike. He's gonna get the Mike Evans. All right, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with it, man. If y'all ain't got anything else, fellas. All right, cool. All minds clear. Let's get on out of here, man. Appreciate it.
Let me say something real quick, Tom.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
The Real Deal with Damian Adams, the podcast has been off for the last couple of weeks. We're coming back with a big boom on Sunday. Tu's going to be a part of it. We are doing the Real Deal fantasy football draft. A bunch of podcasters who really know their stuff about football and are good at talking trash, as you can see, just between our interaction. And imagine 8 more passionate football fans who know their stuff talking about. And this is a money league as well. So this is not just, playing for fun. Like, this is a money league that people are going to be trying to win. So make sure you check it out. We're going to be doing it on Sunday night. I most likely will post it either Sunday night or first thing Monday morning. But it's going to be the first episode in a little while. And also, because I haven't been doing the podcast, I've been dropping constant content. I know I'm probably annoying my brothers in the Let's Be Real group chat. Always dropping. We're trying to make sure I keep the content going. So make sure you check out The Real Deal with Damian Adams, coming back with a big boom on Sunday with the fantasy football draft.
Can't wait. So that's gonna be fun, man. It'll pay to read the messages, huh? But I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
You got two drafts Sunday. You got LBR.
I got two. Yeah. So and I'm with the fellas at 3. So I mean, I'm gonna make it work, even if I'm on at the same time doing my computer ish. I'm gonna make it work, man. But I appreciate everybody. Dang, where can we follow you on socials, bro?
All right, Tom. At The Real Deal WDA. The Real Deal, W as in whiskey, D as in Delta, A as in Alpha on all social media platforms. And if you're looking for just dope takes, just search hashtag Real Deal Takes. And it's going to be a bunch of stuff that pops up, like the Mike Evans video that Sharky mentioned. Did one about Breanna Stewart yesterday. That's who I gave my flowers to when I was thinking about it. But Breanna, check out that video I did on Breanna Stewart yesterday. So it's always dropping something new. I always got a crazy opinion in my head. So always just check out The Real Deal WDA for all those different videos and different opinions that I have that I'm coming with.
Yes, sir. Payson, man, appreciate you for rocking with us this year, man. Where can everybody follow you on social?
Man, what is my name? Real man, stay focused on X, formerly known as Twitter.
You said real, all right, man. Real man, stay focused.
Man, stay focused.
Man, stay focused.
Man, stay focused. Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Of course, everybody on YouTube, if you ain't subscribed yet, man, what the hell you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe, man. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us. We got a lot of people in this thing. So again, everybody that's in, we appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you tap in with our other pods as well on the network. 3 the Hardaway, we just recorded a couple of days ago. We're doing our top 50 NBA players going into next season.
Hilarious, y'all.
Look, it's only day one. We only did 41 to 50, 50 to 41, and we already got some heat and smoke. So this shit finna be crazy. It's Sheedy wilding. Like, how the hell is Rudy? They got me on Rudy Gobert being a 50 player, top 50 player, but I don't agree with it. But of course, we got that smoke on 3 the Hardaway. So again, make sure y'all rock with that. Already out now. Make sure y'all check out the Genius Report. Of course, to Ron Harris. Shout out to Ron in the comments with the Jump Pass 5. Real Deal with Damian Absgill. Dame, appreciate you rocking with us. LBR Gaming with Trevor, Simply Trevor with Xbox and PlayStation. Of course, Online Wildfire is out now, repping the station. I got another DJ I'm going to add to it. So I already got this mix. I just need to shoot it. So we finna get something like that going as well. And of course, shout out to our sponsors at SeatGeek. Without further ado, I am your unbiased host. Hope I had a good time at Tab Shakir is where you can find me on everything but Threads, because why are you on there, fellas?
I'm the former host. Glad not to be in the hosting seat no more. The one, DAOND_P Shark, finishing up with the AFC South next week. Next Tuesday.
Sir. That's going to be crazy.
Can't wait for it. You on mute, Trevor.
You on mute, Trevor.
Okay. I'm at the Art of Trevor on Twitter. Is a preposition, so you know what not to do with it. We at the home stretch. I'm so happy. It's been great just seeing everyone's team being represented with this football season. Now that football season is here, it was perfect lining. So now that football is here, all is going to be well with the world.
We did it again, fellas. We got the people the way they want it, and now it's football season. Good luck to y'all teams, unless you are an Aints fan. Again, fellas, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Dang, get that wallet ready. Till next time, peace.